On this week's episode of Rebrand Review, we're talking about a burger brand that's going to put that clown to shame.
Make way for the king.
I'm Tony Hardy, founder and director of Canny Creative.
I'm Glenn Millen, creative director here at Canny.
And this week on Rebrand Review, Jones Knowles Ritchie, particularly the New York office, have absolutely knocked it out of Central Park with a rebrand for Burger King.
I love the fact when brands bring back a little bit of their history. And I mean, this logo that they brought back was actually sort of throwback from the 60s, 70s. Did he say it went through all the way to the 90s?
I think it took
as well?
them through to the 90s, except the type got a little neater throughout, but essentially the same graphic took them.
And I absolutely love it when people do this. Obviously, went through the stage and they're going to the sort of late 90s and 2000s. Everything had a sheen on it, everything had a shadow on it.
Glossy buns.
Yes, and they've just taken it all the way back.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's start with the concept.
So the whole concept is confidently what Burger King is all about is real simple, delicious, fun food. That's what Jones Knowles Ritchie is saying on their project page, and that's what the brand identity does. They've created this little BK icon. It's one icon that's a big B, but there's also a K in there. It's just beautifully crafted and beautifully executed.
I think it's a nice mix between it being too childish, but then also being for adults, because inevitably, this day and age as well, you don't get Happy Meals and stuff like that. It's just a matter of everybody, known a man, will go to somewhere like this fast food restaurant. It's a nice mix between what's for the kids and what's for the adults.
Yeah, it's really retro, the logo, it looks awesome. I've got a massive nostalgia thing. I follow loads of nostalgia Instagram accounts. I love when you go on holiday and you see the 80s Pepsi vending machines and they're all faded out. It just reminds us of that. I think it's it feels really nostalgic, it's childhood being brought back to life.
It's definitely better than any sort of glossy logos. I've definitely went off them now.
It absolutely is. Visuals, the packaging, all the boxes. I mean, we've had a lot of Burger Kings in the office recently. If you're watching the vlog, you'll have noticed. Yeah. However, it works so well.
It brings it back to that simplistic and minimal look. Even the burger wrapping itself, it's just got the logo with essentially really basic illustrations of ingredients and food, and it just makes it so much easier to read. It's not too much.
Yeah, and the uniforms are all excellent as well. Really simple, brown or red in an illustration or a slogan or a saying, and they just look fantastic. It is just a visual feast.
Yeah, it is.
The illustrations are awesome. They're loose, they're playful, they're engaging. It's hard to define what makes a good illustration, but you just look and those illustrations live that brand.
And it's nice because them illustrations in general, the ones that you can see on your screen at the moment, I would say they're actually quite different from what's on the packaging. Yeah. It's got a lot of outlines, a lot of work from that, and normally that would be a matter of two different illustrations probably can't work or coexist together, but they do it really well and it does actually work. The
only slight niggle I have with the Burger King rebrand is the interior of the stores. They're just pretty generic. They've got this excellent looking rebrand, and the stores are just left behind a tiny touch, not by much, but feels a tad disjointed. It
had so much potential to go and do what you want, and don't get me wrong, Burger King, if you're not willing to pay for getting all of your stores totally revamped, but it was such an opportunity to really go to town, bring in some of these illustrations, bring in and really match with what you've brought as a new brand, an old brand.
It would have been nice to just see that identity absolutely smashed through everything, but that's going to be costly.
Yes,
it's going to be costly.
Is.
When you're fighting evil clowns, you need to save all the pennies you've got. The typeface is a custom typeface called Flame. It's big. It's we take a lot of inspiration from the website Brand New. We absolutely love it. We read it every day. Armin Vitt, who runs Brand New, is an excellent designer. We love what he writes. To quote him, and I'm going to read, "The custom typeface looks as if Cooper Black and Cheltenham had a baby and it came out a bold, curvy, confidently serifed typeface that is fun and distinctive." And that, I couldn't have used them words. That's why I'm reading off the screen. But that is a perfect summation of that type.
Definitely.
It looks great. It really just does.
Yeah, I mean, when you get the colour, I really like the colour again. It brings it back to a more natural feel. There's no really bright RGB colours. And I mean, they used to have the bright yellow, the bright blue, the bright red, and it feel now. Back then it was fine.
Blue's
now,
gone. Blue's just disappeared from the palette.
And it felt so overwhelming. But this just brings it back. And again, when they're saying good food, it just feels more natural. Feels more.
I've got a theory about the colour. Like, I was looking at the palette, and I think what they've done is they've got a Whopper or a cheeseburger. They've got all the ingredients, and the colour picked that stuff from there, because there's a green, there's a bun colour, there's a brown, there's a red for the tomato, there's a cheese yellow colour. I think they've took the colour palette from the ingredients, which is a great way to build up a colour palette.
Definitely.
In summary, it's damn good. It's really, really good. It's probably the best rebrand to come out of 2021.
Yeah, I think it's hard as well, because for someone who's that big, there's normally always a need for people like me and you to pick faults, and I just don't think there is a great deal of faults. As you say, maybe the actual stores and the actual living places could do a little bit better, but really...
Honestly, who are we to judge that?
Yeah.
It's damn good.
Definitely.
Let's score this thing. Concept 4. It reintroduces simple, fun food. Solid 4.
Logo, we went for a 5. Really like this nostalgic logo that they've brought back, and they've experimented with it and brought it even further forward with this nice little B and K as well.
It's really, really nice. Visuals 4.5, only losing half a mark because of the store, but outside of that, it's damn near perfect.
Yeah. Type, back on to 5. Again, really like the type. As Armin Vitt said as well, we couldn't put it any better than that.
Colour, again, a 5, straight out the burger itself. Lovely way to build up a colour palette. This results in a massive total of 4.7 out of 5. I think it's the highest scoring rebrand ever. If it wasn't Cadbury's, it's Burger King.
Yeah.
If it's not that, we're going to have to work on that in the edit. Outside of that, Burger King's rebrand, it's a damn good job, well done.
Yeah.
It's so nice. That's been it. That's the rebrand review. Like, comment, and subscribe below, and we'll see you next time.